Am I audible, Shraddha? Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope the screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So case studies where we have stopped yesterday. So there are two case studies regarding this IPR, we can say intellectual property rights, where if somebody tries to uh, publish somebody else's work or without his permission, if he wants to use the product, then definitely there are the rules which under which we can have imprisonment of 6 months to 3 years and 50,000 to 2 lakh. That is the punishment. So in Bangalore, August 10, 2003, there is a case study. So Banashankari police arrested three software engineers. So they have arrested three software engineers for illegally copying software from a company where they are working for. So these three engineers, what they do, the product on which the software development under which they are developing the product for a particular company, they have copied it. They have stolen that entire software code, and they have tried to sell it or try to grab it and do another software apart from the knowing of the organization. But as this is, as I said, if your original work is there and if it belongs, you should take a permission, right? If it is open software, then it's okay. Nobody will ask you. But if it is paid software and if you're using it without permission and if you caught, then definitely there is a punishment. So these three software engineers from the particular company for which they are working, they have tried to copy that software and sell it to other company, and they get caught and they get arrested. In 2003, this was the case under which we say that if your original work is there and if you register it or if you prove that the originality of this particular thing belongs to you, let it be a trademark, let it be a patent, let it be an article, music, and anything, then definitely you will be given all the kind of a revenue or you can say the incentives for that. Else, you can ask those who are misusing, you can fire a complaint against them. Similar kind of case also happened in Chennai, February 2000, where a pirated software worth rupees 1.11 crore, that is USS dollar 2,53,200, was seized by a Chennai police, and total of six employees were arrested, which includes the managing director of the particular company also. So what they did, they have used the pirated software. They have not used the original software from a particular organization by purchasing. They used the pirated software and they got caught. And the organization which is using this particular pirated software of US based company, one of the manager is also included in that, and they have get arrested and they got punished. So yesterday also I've given example of operating systems which we use. Sometimes we purchase it when we purchase a laptop, when we purchase a desktop. With the desktop or laptop itself, the operating system comes as a license to copy. Then it's okay. If not comes, we can purchase it uh, as per the price of that software. Maybe as I said, Microsoft Windows starts with 1,000 or 1,500, and even you can purchase the open softwares also. You can also install the Linux and all this stuff, which are open softwares. Ubuntu have all the flavors of Linux and Unix. But if software is you can say it's priced, and if you're not purchasing, definitely whatever kind of different software you get and you install, definitely it is a pirated software. It is a stolen software, which is not a original. So in that case, if you get caught, these are the punishments. So that's why there are patents, trademarks, and intellectual property rights acts were there. Now, regarding innovation, if we talk, the facts we'll discuss here. In India, small and medium scale industries who are doing a maximum innovation in the particular fields. We can consider it as a maximum 90% of innovations in India are done by a small and medium scale industry. We do have projects for ME and these students also who they select a final year project as a research. They also do the research in respective disciplines, and they can also register through their projects, their products which they are developed, they are created under the Intellectual Property Rights Act. And if it is really innovative, it will get registered and it will get granted. So students also can register. So students or any projects or PhD projects or products are come under this 10% remaining. So whenever there is a IPR duration is there, if it is over, we can make that available to a public domain. For example, if I am the owner of a particular product or project, and if I kept that for 10 years, and after 10 years, after getting the maximum revenue or incentives as a purchase, I can make that product or project or whatever it has public, open public domain. So free of cost, it can be accessible. So such a way also we can do, but it depends on the owner of the product or owner of that IPR, intellectual property rights, that how much time you want to make it public domain. Many companies are there who uses this IPR as a weapon to compete with their competitors, with the other industries in the market. Why? Because they use this IPR registration and they see which are other companies who are there also developing similar kind of projects or products. And if somebody tries to steal it, then definitely they can file complaint against them. For example, suppose I am developing an operating system. Then I'll register my operating system and I'll look for other companies also what they do, which whether they are copying, and which kind of software they do use, which kind of operating system they are developing, what are different flavors they are giving, and we will check that with similar kind of a things they are developed or caught. They can ask them that you can show them, and if without permission they are using, they can also file complaints. Yes. Fact is that IPR is given to a product only when it is used for commercial product purpose. And as I said, if I have developed a one kind of a particular product and if it is used for commercial purpose, then definitely IPR will be given. And there are some of big companies are there with their patents. How many patents they have registered? So Toyota is a company who has on their name 99,999 products they have patented, they have generated. GM is also having 11,000. Honda is there 97,000 plus. Renault is there 28,000 plus. Daimler Benz is there 7,000 plus. So IBM is also in the list, we can say. So these are the companies who have given a product and they have registered their own patents registered of different products. So we can conclude that intellectual property rights are the rewarding for creativity, for innovation, for human endurance, which will give them the motivation to progress. Now in the market also there are different products which are coming out, and definitely they are helpful. They are very efficient. To create such kind of efficient and helpful, usable, visible products, somebody needs some motivation. Somebody needs some targets, and IPR will give them if they have their own originality, innovation in the design in the product. Definitely, it can be made available. That can be sold, and through them, somebody can earn a revenue. Somebody can generate money. So sometime understanding the country need also, we can file a intellectual property rights and we can register so that it is also made available to other countries for use. Indian government has initiated some various different steps towards IPR, as I said, IPR, intellectual property rights protection. So that if particular things are originated from India, they should remain with India, so that people will get help of it. So IPR is now very much given importance. India as a country which has negotiated this, neglected, but they are coming up with proper attention, proper offices are there, proper guidance is there, innovation is there, and awareness is also created throughout the industries or the people, so that they can register maximum IPRs, intellectual property rights. They can have maximum patents. They can have maximum trademarks. They can have maximum softwares, products, projects. Uh, in other fields also they can register. So that's it for this unit. Yesterday we have finished some part, remaining part we have covered right now. So this is the end of the sixth unit, IPR, intellectual property rights, given the brief details. Now other students are not joined. What I'll do, Shraddha, seventh unit we have decided that we are going to divide it in parts. I'll assign the topics to give you at a seminar, and next week we'll continue the seminars, right? I'll put all the
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'll put the topics and names of students on the group so that you can prepare. So
Yes,
share
sir.
IPR MCQ file, questions, different questions, so you can go for reference as a final examination, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll stop here. If you're uploaded the assignments, okay. If not uploaded, you write assignments and upload it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll stop.